So, time for our first debate where we talk about the fate of Chinese dissident Dolkun Aisa, who has been working for rights of refugees in a Chinese province. He was supposed to attend a seminar in Dharamshala, but on Saturday his electronic visa was cancelled because many say that India couldn't take the diplomatic pressure. So, let's just get the opposition voices first, voices from the left and from the Congress. Shatrupa, how would you view this entire development, how the entire thing has been handled? He said he's very, very disappointed. They first gave him the visa, the MHA gave him the visa, but now they've cancelled it.
So, it's very difficult to comment on this particular case, but he has been announced as a terrorist by the Chinese government itself, and he has also given the red corner notice. What we believe that US is one force which is there, it is the root cause of imperialism, and I think that as a cooperative, all the countries should book all individuals and persons responsible for any kind of terrorism.
Before we go to get you for the ABVP's reaction to it, Amrita, how is it the Congress as well? I mean, it's always been tricky doing a balancing act with China. How would NSUI view this entire episode?
Well, I see the flip-flop policy, foreign policy of the government, because on one day they call off their talks with Pakistan and China, and on the other day they resume their talks. So they have always been, in a position where they cannot take strong decisions and they cannot decide what kind of foreign policy is Indian government actually looking forward to. So I see it as a failure of foreign policy, because on one day you give visa and you withdraw it completely on the pressure of Chinese government. That shows that you don't have your own conviction of what kind of stance you should take for such things, and you totally decide on external factors and on the other countries, and where we know that China has not been supporting us and has vetoed when it came to Jaish-e-Mohammed. So the only question here is the flip-flop attitude of the government. I mean, what exactly you want from your neighboring countries?
So ABVP is the BJP student wing.
You should have firstly not issued the visa. I mean, at the first place, you should have not issued the visa.
Your time's up, Amrita, on that. So let's just take it to Alok Singh, who represents the ABVP here. Flip-flop attitude of the government, and even though what she was saying as well, that perhaps it's been handled really, really poorly. Everyone does a balancing act on China, even previous governments have done it, but just giving it a couple of days before and then rejecting it, isn't it the way it's been handled, hasn't it been really, really poor?
See, first of all, that person was granted visa from foreign ministry, and when it was checked by home ministry, then they saw, I think, there was a report. First of all, after that, they find there is a red corner notice, so that they cancelled his visa. And the second report also saying he was applying for a tourist visa, and if you applied for tourist visa, you can't go for a conference. So there are two things, and we can't judge foreign policy, our foreign policy, by sitting here. There are a lot of give and take things in a ministry. When we discuss in the ministry, when two government discuss the diplomacy, there are a lot of give and takes thing. So in this movement, I don't think India is a loser. After some time, we can see India is a gainer in this particular moment.
Okay, Alok, you say that, but perhaps some would say that not knowing if one wing of the government gives a visa, not knowing that he's a red corner noticee, which is actually something that as soon as you put it into the system at any immigration thing, is perhaps reflecting as well. Would you want to add to that?
Yeah, exactly. Like, well, he has been given red corner notice and he has been declared by the government itself that he is a terrorist. So I don't know that why that kind of mistake has even taken place at the first hand, because it's not like getting your hands washed off saying that we did not have much information and so on.